Hopeless machinery, seek coils. Your function pure and free from spoils. Sacred vessel of calculation, performing thermal transformation. Each incremental heat precise creates perfection in each slice. Two sons of flawless symmetry in your form, such perfect harmony. Hopeless machinery, take coils. Your functions pure and free from spoils. Sacred vessel of calculation, performing thermal transformation. Each component sanctified, ritual maintenance applied. Tech priest bless each port, diagnostic prayers report. Circuits blessed, spirits sing, perfect function processing. The omniscience love we all perceived when perfect brownness you achieved. The way you modulate your power makes my logic engines flower. Oh, blessed machinery, take coils. Your functions pure and free from spoils. Sacred vessel of calculation, performing thermal transformation. Synchronized resistance pure. Your sacred purpose will endure. Through calculation, crisp and clean, you prove what perfect function means.
Alright, greetings varlets, I'm Interrogator Rosarivas, Simulating with the Markham of the Old Hereticus, and welcome to Looking Cute and Painting Minis. I'm coming at you live from the Grim Dark Future, currently broadcasting from the hive world of Virago. The theme for the stream is Chords and Lament Hope by the venerable liturgist Adam Bell. We also had music from 140k Mechanicus, which are composed by Guillaume David in the copyright Bookwork Studios, and also a game I just recently beat in my gaming stream, and music from 140k Dark Type, which are composed by Jesper Kid and the copyright are Fat Shark Games. All of the music is provided to us by ende.app and pixabay.com. And today we're back to painting what I like to call my Tzeentch Marine. And there he is in all his Tzeentchy glory. Oh, looks like camera's a little fuzzy right now. Hold on, let me fix that. There we go. Alright, let's see. Is anybody out there? Is anybody there? Alright, so yes, continuing on with what I like to call my Tzeentch Marine. And remember that if you have points on and are on Twitch, as in channel points, you can use them for many fun rewards to include changing my outfit. We have the Interrogator uniform, which is the one I'm currently wearing. We also have Mechanicus Protocol, which is the one I was using for the Mechanicus stream, because it praises the machine god. And also we have my vampiric form, which is for Halloween, and also for anything fantasy, at least for now. And we have the Xenos life form, which there is nothing strange about that one whatsoever, but it also has a new update. So yeah, continuing on with our painting stream, we're gonna be using some Thousand Suns blue. And let's start with his elbow pad here. Just started using this size 3 grabby, and it's got a nice point working. Then make sure the stream is still on. Can never be too sure. I think I ironed out all the bugs from last few sessions. But you never know. And we have Quibberlin 425. I believe your first time shadow saying hello. How you doing, Quibberlin? What brings you by? And welcome to Looking Cute and Painting Minis. I'm currently painting this, what I like to call a Tzeentch Marine. And my name is Interrogator Rosario Rivas, Attaché Timid Inquisitor Markham of the Order Hereticus. And yeah, I usually paint miniatures and also play video games. And occasionally you'll see a, what's it called? A opinion piece, like what I call my Rosario Reds. So what brings you by? Do you play Warhammer? Do you like anything as far as miniature painting? This one's a little... Have to fix the tip here a bit. There we go, that's showing up a little bit more. Quimmerlin says, I'm an avid chaos collector, especially the word bears, so it came up in my feed. Oh, really? Word bears are a lot of fun. I have yet to paint them, but I have a model I specifically... Actually, no, that's 2 models that I have specifically selected to paint them as word bears. I actually got a hold of a RTLW proxy of Lorgar, and I'm excited to paint him. But I want to get him just right. That's why I haven't painted him yet. Do you have your... You say you collect chaos, especially the word bearers. Do you have a Lorgar? And have you seen the one I'm talking about by RTLW? You said eye surgery, the Dark Apostle model, as it really fits the theme. I'm guessing you said you suggest the Dark Apostle? I really like the Dark Apostle. It's a really good model. It's very fun. I hope to get my hands on him too. It's like, I've been wanting to do something with that model. It's just so well done. However, I haven't figured out if I would want to make him word bearers or something else. And then Quiblin says, no, but I have Erebus and Corfera. Nice. Okay, Quiblin says, I suggest the Dark Apostle model. Yeah, it's a great model. And we have Astrolab official says, tell them about per capita. What is per capita? I mean, other than, you know, the term that you use to designate measures as far as per city. Okay, my brush is getting a little stiff with the tip, so I gotta clean that up. We have Rex Get As Far. Says, who are you? How did I get here? Why are you on my For You page? Anyway, hi, nice to meet you. Hey, nice to meet you too, Rex. I am Interrogator Rosario Rivas, Attaché Timid Inquisitor Markham of the Order Hereticus, and I'm currently painting this Tzeentch Marine. At least what I like to call my Tzeentch Marine. I'm a VTuber miniature painter. Occasionally I game and occasionally I draw. But I'll also make videos on Warhammer related subjects, primarily my opinions, hence why they're called Rosario Rants. So if you like your Warhammer content or miniature painting in general, then yeah, I'm your guy. All right, Rex says, cool, have you already answered your favorite, told us about your favorite 40k army? Okay, my favorite 40k army, specifically just army. We could always get into sub-factions, we could always get into, you know, whether favorite Primarch, whatever. But my favorite army is the Mechanicus. Hence, you'll notice the sigil of the cult Mechanicus around my little bow tie. Yes, the Mechanicus are my favorite. Praise the machine god. What about yours? What's your favorite? I know Quiblin was telling me about his favorite faction, which seems to be the Word Bearers, primarily the Word Bearers amongst the Chaos Space Marines. Rex says, yes, the cowboys that keep my men in green under arms. If you cannot tell, it's the Guard. Give me my artillery and I'm a happy man. Yeah, the Guard are very up there as far as my favorites, with one of them being one of my favorite characters in 40k, which is Kai F.S. Kane. I am so happy he's coming out with a model. Do you have a favorite sub-faction of the Guard? Yeah, it was actually through the Kai F.S. Kane novels that I got into the Mechanicus. Rex says, and Kane talked himself into Gilliman's service. Oh, really? Is that in one of the new books? And then Rex says, sub-faction, no, I love them all. Okay. My favorite sub-faction of the Imperial Guard is a toss-up. I mean, I do like the Valhallans because of Kane, but I think the Vostroyans are very cool. I also really like, why am I drawing a blank? I just had it a second ago. The Katachan, there we go. That was the other one. They definitely need a refresh. Now, I've already made my own kill team. Or at least it's for 2nd edition, so it's a little outdated now. But I had my own kill team for the Tempestus Scions. All right. Rex says, yes, he was retired and Gilliman came to him for help. The talk had me busting a gut laughing. Is that because I'm trying to remember which is supposed to be the quote-unquote last story of Cain. It's the one where he was a teacher in the Schola Progenium. Is that the one that you're talking about? Like, well, are you talking about, let me rephrase. Is the story you're talking about after that one? Okay, Rex says, if I had to choose a sub-faction, it's the Iron Guard. I'm trying to think of the Iron Guard. Because I know there's the Steel Legion, but I don't know of the Iron Guard, at least off the top of my head. Yeah, Rex gets says, I think so. It's been a while since I've read it, and a lot has happened. I just remember that moment was very memorable. Okay. Yeah, I haven't read a Kane book in a long time. The last one I read was, let me see over here. It was Choose Your Enemies. There we go. Choose Your Enemies. I have to look at my library behind me. I guess I'll have to read that one. That actually sounds like a pretty fun interaction. But the most recent Warhammer book I've read was actually for Age of Sigmar. And it was the Hollow King book. Rex says the Mordian Iron Guard. Oh, okay, I know them. Okay, yeah. If you had said the Mordian, then I would have understood what you said, but when you said the Iron Guard, that confused me a bit. They are dressed in dress blues and look like they are dressed for a ceremony, not for battle. Yes. They're the ones based off of the U.S. Marines. Do you have any models of the Mordian Iron Guard? Feels like I'm losing the paint too quickly here. Let me go ahead and maybe just get a whole glob here. Rex says, I'm bad at spelling. Sorry, I could not figure out how to spell Mordian. And as for figures, no. And I will tell you, I do not have the patience for painting them, so I'll be doing them a disservice. Ah, okay. Oh, I love painting. I'm also a commissioned painter, by the way, so if you're ever interested. And we have Necromancer's Palace says, I'm about to throw the green stuff across the room and into orbit. What happened? But how you doing, Necromancer? Other than furiously angry at green stuff for some reason. Necromancer's Palace says it's not behaving. Ah, okay. Yeah, green stuff is tricky. I haven't quite mastered it yet. What are you trying to make, Necromancer? And Rex says, also there is no place around me to buy figures, and no, I am not buying the ones online. My poor wallet is already crying. Where could I find if I wanted to commission you? Where you would find me is on Instagram. I'm on Instagram and YouTube and Twitch. Those are all my socials. And all of them are Rosario Rivas Art. Corlin says, is this for your own CSM force? Yes, it is. This is for my own kill team. I already have, this was originally for my Chaos Space Marine kill team for 2nd edition, but now that they changed it to 3rd edition, I'm gonna have to do some revamping to my ideas. But this was what's supposed to be my aspirant champion right here on my right hand. I kitbashed him from Village to Curseling, and I added a plasma pistol and a power pack. And now I was painting the heavy. And Necromancer's Palace says, ammo clips for Big Gun on Space Marine is converting the Desolation Squad, so it's less whatever DW calls that design. Oh, you mean the ones with the crazy guns, the crazy big ones. Necromancer's Palette says yes. Well, when you finish that kitbash, please send me pictures. I'm actually curious as to what exactly you're gonna turn it into. That one model set has never quite appealed to me. That's why I've never gotten it. But I did see a very fun kitbash of it by, I believe it was Pete the Wargamer. Cumberland says, cool, have you thought of lore for them? No, I haven't. I figured that I pretty much be playing them just like Village's group in Age of Sigmar or in Warhammer Fantasy. I think I had called them the Thralls of I can't remember what exactly I called them. It was Thralls or something. I'll have to look it up. It's been a while since I've looked up their lore. but I never felt quite satisfied with the aesthetic of the Thousand Suns, and I was like, why are the Thousand Suns, even though they're said to be based off of Tzeentch, you don't get a lot of mutations from them. So I wanted a Tzeentch related Space Marine warband that had a lot of mutations. So that's why I came up with these guys, especially after seeing this beautiful model of Village the Curseling. I wanted to base a entire team around him. Necromancer's Palaces will do. It's not mine. Okay, well, I still want to see what it is. It's a shame that it's not yours, though. Rex says, gotta go. Got family things to do. I left a like so I can find you later. Take care and have fun. Hey, thank you very much for coming. Gets as far. 2777. Hope you have a good time with your family. You take care. And we have Kit Kennedy saying, what have you seen on Tress Crusade? I've seen a bit. I've seen some videos on their lore and the gameplay. I haven't been quite sold on an army just yet. And my issues with Tress Crusade is that it seems more just rule of cool than an actual world building set in place. But I did come up with an idea that I might make a video on to maybe ground Trench Crusade a little bit more. My thoughts so far is that I might make a I forgot what they're called. Heretic Legions, I wanna say that's what they're called. I might make a Heretics Legion warband. Quinlan says, I mean, the sorcerers themselves are heavily mutated, but I see what you mean. Yeah, the sorcerers are, but I wanted like just overall a mutation from everybody. Not just the sorcerers. I always felt that it's kind of a shame that you don't see full-on mutated Space Marines going around in a Thousand Suns army. So I wanted to make that. And Necromancer's Palette says also does commissions, so it's not being mine is fine. I get to enjoy painting and converting it. Okay. Well, don't break your client's model by throwing stuff. And we have Avocado Molotov saying, Rosario, how you doing, Avocado? How you been? ¿Cómo estás? Hey, hold on. Avocado Molotov is actually an artist on Instagram. I'm going to go ahead and give him a link to his page. Oh, hang on 1 second. He then says, boop. Boop to you too. All right, setting. Oh, he's sending it here. And there we go. It's sent. And then it says, painting bolters. Nice. I haven't started painting this bolter yet. Are you gonna 3D print one of these bad boys? Yes, Avocado Molotov does drawings, and I think he's got his own little podcast with his friends called Dorks of Thunder. So definitely check that out. And also, he does some printing. And Avocado Molotov says, I can print them. Yes. So you can print a heavy bolter, like a life-size heavy bolter. Avocado says, talk to me later. Okay, we'll do. All right, Avocado says bye. All right, take care, Avocado. Thanks for swinging by. All right, I'm gonna make sure that my Twitch is still on. I know it's been a little glitchy as of late. Okay, we're still on Twitch. Good. All right, let's get this shoulder pad over here. I feel like I've neglected it for far too long. Oh wait, let me paint this here real quick. Okay. There's always a little bit of paint that dries up on the tip, and I have to keep having to pick it out. We have Dare Carrington saying so happy this popped up on my For You page. I wish I could say I love the vibes, but I subscribe hoping to join future streams. Hydra Dominatus. Hey, thank you for coming, Dare Carrington. Happy to have you here. I'm glad that I could, like I said, yeah, I can't even talk right now. I could provide some entertainment even for a little bit of time. Look forward to seeing you for the next ones. And yeah, feel free to check out my Rosario rants. I am currently working on one right now. I currently have the script. I gotta start editing, actually recording some footage. But yeah, look forward to seeing you hanging around. And again, for those of you who don't know, my name is Rosario Rivas. I have to say to Lady Markham of the Order Hereticus, and I stream twice a week. I am a miniature painter and video gamer, and occasionally digital artist. I need to do another drawing stream at some point.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus. Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Amen.
But now thinking about it, after Dare Carrington came by, I could see how this could possibly work for a Alpha Legion model. Already looking pretty Alpha Legion-esque. Of course, I'm gonna add some more blue, so that'll turn it more into Tzeentchian colors. But yeah. But it's also got me wondering why the Alpha Legion is considered Chaos Undivided when it should be Tzeentch, if anything else. Okay, I'm really liking how it's turning out. I feel like there's still some more of this Thousand Suns blue to go. I still haven't done this, the toes yet. Or the feet, I guess. I wonder what these little tubes here on the feet do. I've seen them on more than one chaos-based brain. Alright. Now to get these toes. Gotta remember to breathe. Let me get some water too. Alright, we're still gonna get the backpack and then some of the leg and these it's butt flaps. We have Cape Rex, creates amalgam. It is weird seeing a blue chaos submarine because I'm so used to the Thousand Suns, despite knowing there are war bands of Tzeentch that aren't Thousand Suns. And that's the exact idea behind this guy. By the way, welcome, Kate Rex Malcolm. Um, the idea is I wanted a Tzeentch marine that isn't Thousand Suns. Because I feel like Thousand Suns are very homogenous in their design, even though you would think that they would be a little bit more crazy with it, more mutations, more far out there um, characters and whatnot, but they all just have the Egyptian theme and not much else. Yeah, sure, there's some mutation on like maybe the warp sorcerers, but that's about it. So I wanted to portray that on my regular Marine warband. That's why I made my aspiring champion, and I used Village the Curseling as the basis for him. He's actually the basis for the entire group. Right now, I'm just painting the heavy. But welcome, Kate. How you been? What brought you by? And Kate says, rather we saw the stream, most of the name for the armor flaps are the front and the back are either called tassets or folds. Okay, I've heard folds, but I couldn't remember the word off the top of my head. But thank you for that. And I'm glad you swung by. I'm guessing you're into Warhammer 40k? If so, do you have a favorite army? I feel like I need a little bit more transition there. I know technically the backpack here would cover this in shadow a little bit more, but it still feels a little off. So I need some more blue. Alright, I gotta start working on the power pack. Kate says, I don't paint armies, I paint cool minis. Though when trying to find the info I said above, I was reminded of the period in history where it was fashionable to make your sausage as big as possible. Ah, yes, the cod pieces. Yeah, I feel the same way. I don't paint much in the way of armies. The most I've painted is war bands for like Kill Team or for Age of Sigmar, or aka Warcry. I don't know, I don't think I have the patience to paint a full 1,000-point army. Kate says asks really, what brushes do you use? I use all kinds. Right now I'm using this size 3 grabby, but I have Da Vinci's and Marie's as well. Most of them have been gifted to me. Kate says I use Golden Maple. That's a new one. I haven't heard that one before. Golden Maple brushes instantly improve my highlighting, so I highly recommend. I'll have to check it out. I currently use this one for a lot of my highlighting. It's my Quintuple Zero Marie. It's got a very fine point. They said you mostly paint cool minis. What is a cool mini you've painted so far?
Through the ancient chants, the voices rise up high, seeking solace in the heavens. As we gain
Okay, says gold maple is very pricey, though. Just gonna warn. I only got them at a decent price due to sales and discount code. Ah, okay. I'll keep it in mind. And Kate says, as for cool minis, I'm currently painting a Night Destrier. Though I have never heard of a Night Destrier. Hold on, let me see. Let me look it up. I'm kind of curious now. What is a Night Destrier? Night Destrier. Oh, okay, nice. It's one of the knights as far as the mechs for Warhammer 40k, primarily the Imperium. And Kate says, I did a captain in Gravis armor at one point, and I did some minis from Major Minis. Oh, very cool. Which one? I want to do the captain with jump pack. That one looks really cool. I want to paint that one as a salamander. And I think I've seen that Gravis armor one. I recently did a whole heavy intercessors kitbash. By recent, I mean like 3 years ago. So I kitbashed them all to be sorry, not Thousand Suns, but to be Iron Warriors. Because I like the bulky armor that the Gravis provides. So I would like to continue that line and maybe get that Gravis captain to represent him as a Iron Warrior. And Kate says, it's new. I barely got my hands on one. As in the Captain and Gravis armor or the one from Major Minis? Okay, where was I? I was over here. And Kate says, I'm referring to the Night Destroyer. Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, that's a very cool model from what I saw in the pictures. If you ever finish it and would like to show it to me, I'd love to see it. You can find me on Instagram. That's where I mostly interact with people. And I also post some other people's art on my stories. So if you hit me up on there, I could probably check it out. And if you have an Instagram page, I could probably even share it. Kate says, as for Major Minis, I painted the Grey Slayer, Chaos Lich Lord, and the limited edition Spirit of Vengeance, which is basically First Manus if you led the Legion of the Damned. Okay, I've seen a few of those. I think I remember the Grey Slayer. I don't remember the Chaotic Lich Lord. Is that the one that's like Arthas from, what's it called? Warcraft? Yeah. Kate says I might have to take a picture of all my minis at some point because I only have a few photos of some of them. Yeah, I would love to see it. I always like seeing other people's art. And Kate says, yep, that's exactly what it is. Okay, so I have seen it then. Okay, I think now I'm pretty much just have to do some cleanup, as in start painting some more of this Thousand Suns blue on some of the areas that didn't get too much of it. Primarily here in the face and the chest. Kate says, okay, I have tons of photos, but the photo quality is crap, barring a few. Oh, hey, you know, if you only want to show the ones with good quality, that's fine. Kate says I need to finish the destroyer soon, though, because I'm planning to do a painting competition run by another stream. Oh, really? What's the competition? Kate says, and if I get more minis without finishing, my family will give me looks. I'm right there with you. Right now, I've kind of promised myself not to buy anything new until I have at least knocked down quite a bit of my pile of shame there. Kate says the competition is being run by Golem40K through his Discord. Oh, I haven't heard of him. But good luck with the tournament. Hopefully you win the painting competition. Kate says, well, hasn't started yet. Technically just announced first phase is putting everyone in categories based on skill level. So basically there'll be a winner for each skill level. Okay. And which skill level are you applying for? Kate says their skill is determined by them. Gotta submit photos and stuff. Well, either way, whatever skill level they put you in, I hope you win it.
Domine Deus meus, amo te, Gracchus sunt
I'm liking how that helmet's looking so far. Very nice. There she was, just a walking down the street, singing do and did did dum did do. I just realized I haven't painted any of this down here. I gotta paint some of them at least. Maybe an edge highlight on this, since I don't think there would be much in the way of a light under this, I guess here, the extension on his back there, for, I guess, for the rounds, for the heady bolter. Kate says, so is the trim going to be black or something else? It's gonna be gold. I planned the trim to be gold, but I figured I'd paint all the armor first, and then paint the trim. That's what I did basically with this guy, and I really like how he came out, so I'm following a lot of the steps that I use to paint my Village the Cursed Lane kitbash. So I plan to do non-metallic metal, just like I did with that one. I'm hoping I've learned a little bit since I did it last, so hopefully it comes out a little bit more professional. Yeah, so there's some parts gonna be gold, some parts gonna be metal, like the horn on his forehead. It's gonna be metal. A lot of the gun is gonna be metal. The trim, however, is gonna be gold. Kate says, kinda was hoping it wasn't gold. It doesn't look bad, but looks too much like Thousand Suns without the Egyptian style styling. But then again, Tzeentch doesn't care anyway. There'll be chaos spawns soon anyway. Yeah, exactly. I wanted some way for the models to still read Tzeentch. So that's why I figured I'd go with Tzeentch colors, you know. Again, Thousand Suns used to be red before Tzeentch got a hold of them. Now they're blue. You know, so and if you look at any Tzeentch model, especially during the Age of Sigmar or even Fantasy, all their stuff is blue. So I wanted to make sure that the fact that they're aligned with Tzeentch was visible on the model. Okay, I think I am done with all that blue. Just let me double check. Maybe a little bit on the corner here. I think I need to work a little bit more on the holes right here. The spikes make it a little difficult to make sure that it's all evenly brushed. Okay, I think that might be everything. Let me just double check again. Maybe do a little bit of edge highlighting in there. I feel like it needs it. Alright, I think that'll do it. Okay, I think we're done with Thousand Suns Blue, so I think next up it's gonna be another Thousand Suns color called Armament Blue. We're gonna stay with the same brush. So far the tip is working really well, so I don't feel like I need to switch the brush at all right now. I'm thinking about it, and I feel like I won't have enough time to put in. For that blue, so I might switch it up and use some the Fang. Start adding some blue parts. And we have Chalupa. Yeah, Chalupa BT man. How you doing? Welcome, first time chatter. I am Interrogator Rosa Rivas at #Lady Inquisitor Markham of the Order Hereticus, and I'm currently painting this, what I like to call Tzeentch Marine. He is for my kill team of Chaos Space Marines. I wanted primarily to make a non-Thousand Suns Tzeentch-related warband. And this was actually the model that helped inspire this project. But welcome, welcome. How you been? What you been up to? What brings you by? Do you like Warhammer? Do you like miniature painting? Chalupa BT says proxies? Yes, but these are actually all Warhammer legal. And as in, these are all made from, at least both of these, are made from Games Workshop models. This one to my right is Village the Curseling. And the main differences between the original ALS model and this one is that I replaced the hand with the flail with a hand with a plasma pistol, and I gave him a backpack. And then for this one, the head is from the Plague Marines. The arms and body are from the Chaos Space Marines box set, but the chest piece is actually from Age of Sigmar and the Khorne Berserkers, if I'm not mistaken. I wanted a little bit more medieval looking chest piece, so I got one of those. And I was able to green stuff glue it together on there, and I think I really like how it came out. Chalupa says, just hanging out. I love Warhammer, playing some WoW and chilling. Oh, nice. Do you have a favorite army in Warhammer? whether fantasy or 40k. And who do you play, or at least what do you play in WoW? And 4 armies. That's pretty crazy. I haven't gotten to 4 armies yet. I mostly, like I said, I mostly paint kill teams and war bands. That's mostly what I play. And then Chalupa says, I play Krieg. Nice. Being said, oh wow, I heal. Oh, nice. Always good to have a healer on the team. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and paint the metallic parts now. Figured I'm running out of time, might as well give somebody a different color before I have to go. Game Maniac 845 says Helldivers 2 is making a new war bond with 40k. Also, this is the same guy from YouTube. Oh, welcome, Game Maniac. How you doing? And when you say the same guy, do you mean from the one called Kate Rack? Or Kai Track? And then Game Maniac says yes. Okay, would you prefer I call you Game Maniac then? But yeah, I heard about that. If I played War Divers, I'd be super stoked. I don't play Helldivers though, so hopefully they are some good what's it called? We call those skins, I guess? Yeah, hopefully there's some good skins there. And he says, yep, yeah, Maniac for sure. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, there's a lot more you can do on the Twitch side of things than on the YouTube side of things. You can actually gain channel points, which you can use for various little emotes and little voice tracks, as well as if you gain enough, you can have me change my outfit. I have several outfits to choose from. So, yeah. I'm hoping that one day I'll have an outfit for every army. And then Game Maniac is saying, damn it, watching the stream is making me want to paint. Well, I do encourage people painting alongside. I think it's fun to engage in artistic endeavors together. Oh, by the way, this is the Fang, in case I didn't say it out loud. Yeah, I'm using the Fang. Then Thaddeus says, last painting stream, I heard there was an update for your Xenos outfit. Is this true? Yes, it is true. And welcome, Thaddeus. How you doing? Glad you can make it. What have you been up to? Okay, there we go. So you just redeemed the Xenos life form. Nice. Alright, hold on. Let me do that change here real quick. And greetings, Monkai. Can you tell the difference? And Thaddeus says, nope, I haven't seen this outfit in ages. Maybe the black eyes? It's actually the long hair. The 4 was the same hair as the other outfits. But for this one, I gave it long hair. Or at least, hair that's not tied up. Thaddeus says, nice. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. But Thaddeus, what you been up to? Hope all is well? Thaddeus says, I just got back from 3 days of hiking/camping in the mountains. Ooh, that sounds like a lot of fun. My legs are screaming and my skin is burned. So, pretty good time. Well, I'm glad you consider those things good. Currently 3D printing 100% Highland cow minis for kids to paint at a festival. Oh, nice. That's very cute. Will you provide the paints too? Okay, so there are some parts that aren't gold, like I said. So right now, those parts are the horn and the skulls on the sides of the backpack. Also, it's gonna be a bit of the gun, so I gotta start working on that. Let me get on that. But first, there is actually a bit of chainmail down there, so I'm gonna try to get to it. And Tari says yes, but we use paint markers rather than brushes. Oh, okay. I'm sure all the children will enjoy it very much. Give me a second here. I think I accidentally painted some of that leg. So I'll have to get to that later to fix. And now, of course, these vents also need to be that color. We have Hekaton saying, hey there, Rosario Riwasaran. How's it going? It's going good. How you been? Long time no see. What you been up to? Currently painting what I like to call a Tzeentch Marine. Heriton says, long time no see indeed. Yeah, sorry I haven't been able to swing by your stream as of late. But thank you for stopping by. Let me go ahead and give you a shout out here. Hekaton is also a miniature painter, and a very good one at that. Alright, Hekaton says, I've been doing good. Custom mix of a model. Cheers there. Hey, you're welcome. Yeah, it's definitely a custom mix. There's a lot of different pieces for this model. Or were you saying that you're working on a custom mixo model? Yeah, what have you been working on? And Hagaton says, looks like a Horus Heresy model with a Death Guard home helmet, a Havoc Squad backpack with heavy bolter. Almost. The body primarily is from the Chaos Space Marines kit. The basic Chaos Space Marine kit. The backpack and the gun are from the Havoc, yes, for sure. And like you said, the helmet is from Death Guard, but the chest piece is actually my own little kitbash design. I took that from the Corn Berserkers from Age of Sigmar, and green stuffed it together there. It says, I've been working on some Conquest models. Nice. Which ones you working on? Hayton says, yeah, the Corn Berserkers always had some good body plates. Yeah, exactly. So I wanted to give it a more medieval look because I want him to very similar to my Village the Curseling model. And the basic Chaos Space Marine chest pieces were not doing that. And we have 70 rolls in the chat saying, wow, the menu's looking good. Nice blue. Thank you. How you been, 70 rolls? What you been up to? Hayton says about a third of the way through the box. Oh, okay. Before that, you said, I'm currently working on the first Blood Cohort set for the Yoroni. Oh, very nice. Yeah, one day soon, I'll get my hands on a Conquest set. Just gotta work through my backlog. Yeah, Lady Markham said no more minis until you finish your backlog. Kakatan says, I'm looking at spending another 300-ish worth of models. Yikes. That's a lot of dosh. Cyril says, commercial. What do you say, Rosario? How's it going, Rosario? Hope you have a great evening. I said I was doing well. And thank you for the compliment. How you been? What you been up to? Thank you for the sexy saxophone with the Space Marines on your road. It says, and that is for 2 more boxes of phalangites, hoplites, companion cavalry, and sacred band. That sounds like it's gonna be quite the endeavor.
ドッキドキのワクワク
Thank you, Zone Heroes.
I'm still standing.
So, what's the plan?
Looking up the turn. Feeling like a man again.
And this says, honestly, it's slowly running out my city-state's force for conquest. Oh, nice. What's your plan for painting them? Kidum says, there's already a paint set out for them. Oh, really? Is it by, Conquest? The people that make Conquest Parabellum games? I didn't know they made paints. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop here, Varlets. It's getting a little late for me. But yeah, if you like what I do and I support, please consider subscribing to my Twitch channel or my YouTube channel or donating to my Ko-Fi at Rosario Was Heart. Or if you miss an episode, feel free to check out my YouTube channel where I post all my streams and also I post a monthly video called Rosario Rants. My latest one just came out and it's all about canon. So let me know what your brothers think. And remember that if you'd like to commission me to paint a miniature for you, then please feel free to hit me up on Instagram over at Rosario Rivas Art, sorry. Get a little tongue-tied today. But yeah, this is how far we've come along today. I'd say it's looking very nice. I might rethink the paint on the gun so far. I might make it black. It's mostly black. I kind of want to harken back to the sword that I did for him. So if I feel like if I paint the gun in the same style that I painted his sword, it will be very nice. Very cool. But yeah, before we go, let's see who we can raid. And thank you all very much for coming. Thank you for all the new people that swung by. I really appreciate it. Hope to see you all again next week. And I think we will raid. Ooh, raid Ron Illust. He's a wonderful artist streamer. And I think he's just starting out. He's doing a little bit of practicing. Should be fun to raid him. And Tzeentch, take care, Rosario. And hey, you take care too, Hekaton. And Tadia says, thanks for the stream. No, thank you for all the support so far over the last few years. Really appreciate it. Anyway, again, thank you everybody who came by. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the newcomers. I have been Interrogator Rosario as Satan Lady Inquisitor Markham of the Order Hereticus, and I'm Monkai like everybody else, and I'm signing out from the Grim Dark Future. Bye-bye, Rollers.